Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you one question. Who is in control of your mind today? Think about it. Is it you? Or is it the endless noise of social media, the opinions of others, or even the doubts whispering from your past? If you don't actively guard your mind, someone or something else will take over. Today, I'm not just here to motivate you, I'm here to challenge you. Because the stakes are higher than you think. Every thought you allow to linger, every influence you accept without question, is either building your future or breaking it. By the end of this talk, you'll not only understand why guarding your mind is non-negotiable, but also leave equipped with powerful tools to transform the way you think, act, and live. Are you ready to take back control? Your mind is a battlefield. Every single day, whether you realize it or not, there's a war raging inside your head. This is not a battle for small stakes, it's a battle for your life, your future, and your potential. Think about this for a moment. Every thought you entertain, every belief you choose to adopt, every voice you let guide you is either helping you rise or pulling you down. The battlefield isn't outside of you, it's within. And your most formidable opponent is not your boss, your competitors, or even the challenges you face. It's the unguarded, unchecked, and untrained part of your mind that lets doubt, fear, and negativity run wild. Let me paint this picture for you. Imagine standing in the middle of a vast open field. Around you, arrows are flying, some aimed to destroy you, others designed to strengthen you. You have the power to catch those arrows or deflect them. The arrows represent the thoughts, ideas, and influences constantly bombarding your mind. But here's the twist: the arrows that harm you don't announce themselves. They slip in quietly, disguised as casual comments, a newsfeed scroll, or an old story you keep replaying. They pierce you without you even noticing until one day you realize you're too paralyzed to take a step forward. This battlefield is where success or failure is born. It's where relationships thrive or die. It's where dreams are realized or discarded. And the key to winning is understanding that you are the gatekeeper. Every thought that enters your mind needs your permission to stay. But most people, they leave the gate wide open. They allow fear disguised as logic to take root. They let the opinions of others drown out their own inner voice. They let past failures convince them they aren't capable. And in doing so, they hand over their power without a fight. Now, let me ask you this. If you were guarding something precious, say a treasure chest full of gold, would you leave the lid open and walk away? Of course not. You'd stand there ready to defend it with everything you've got. Your mind is that treasure chest, except its value is immeasurable. What you allow into it determines the quality of your life, the depth of your relationships, and the magnitude of your success. But guarding your mind takes more than just good intentions. It takes vigilance, it takes effort, and it takes the awareness to recognize that the battle is happening every day, whether you acknowledge it or not. Winning this battle doesn't mean you'll never face a negative thought again. It means you'll learn to spot it, challenge it, and refuse to give it power. It means you'll build a mental fortress where empowering thoughts are welcome and toxic ones are rejected. Because here's the truth: the thoughts you nurture are the thoughts that grow. And what grows in your mind becomes your reality. So the question is not whether your mind is a battlefield. The question is, are you ready to step up and fight for it every single day? Your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it and consistently nurture will grow, whether it's weeds of negativity or seeds of success. The power of what you feed your mind cannot be overstated because it directly shapes who you are, how you think, and the actions you take. Imagine if every thought, every influence, and every piece of information entering your mind were like food for your body. If you fed your body nothing but junk, you'd feel sluggish, weak, and unhealthy. The same principle applies to your mind. Feed it negativity, self-doubt, and distractions, and it will reflect that in every aspect of your life. Now, here's the catch: your mind doesn't differentiate between what's good for you and what's bad for you. It doesn't have a filter to reject harmful thoughts unless you consciously create one. Left unchecked, it absorbs everything you expose it to. That sarcastic comment from a friend, the endless stream of bad news, the social media comparison game, they all add up. Little by little, they form a narrative that begins to dictate your beliefs and actions. And before you know it, that narrative has become your reality. Think about this. Every successful person you admire, every individual who has risen above the ordinary has mastered the art of choosing what to feed their mind. They guard their thoughts fiercely and surround themselves with influences that align with their vision and values. They read books that inspire them, listen to mentors who challenge them, and consume content that fuels their growth. On the flip side, those who struggle to break through often fail to see how their daily mental diet is keeping them stuck. They allow toxic inputs, negative self-talk, fear of failure, and limiting beliefs to dominate their mental space. The inputs you choose don't just stay in your mind, they create ripples. They shape how you see the world, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately what you believe you're capable of achieving. Feed your mind with stories of perseverance and triumph, and you'll start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Surround yourself with uplifting voices, and you'll start to believe in your potential. But if you allow negativity to dominate, if you dwell on what's wrong, listen to naysayers, or replay past failures, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage. This is why being intentional about what you feed your mind is critical. Every day you have the choice to seek out information, experiences, and people that empower you. You can fill your mind with gratitude, optimism, and growth-oriented ideas. Or you can let the noise of the world take over. The key is recognizing that this choice is yours and yours alone. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Feed your mind well, and you'll notice the change not just in how you think, but in how you show up in the world. Your thoughts will lift you, your actions will align with your goals, and your life will start to reflect the extraordinary potential you've always had. Awareness is the cornerstone of transformation. It's the first step to guarding your mind and shaping your life with intention. Without awareness, you're like a ship adrift at sea, tossed around by every wave and wind without a clear direction. Most people go through their days on autopilot, completely unaware of the thoughts that dominate their minds or the influences shaping their beliefs. They absorb whatever comes their way, media messages, social interactions, past experiences without questioning its impact. And this unexamined input quietly becomes the lens through which they see the world, often distorting reality and limiting what they believe is possible. Think about how often we unknowingly allow negativity to creep into our minds. A casual scroll through social media can plant seeds of inadequacy as we compare ourselves to others. A single harsh comment from someone can replay in our heads for days, overshadowing countless positive experiences. A seemingly harmless piece of gossip can shift our perspective about someone or something, even if it's not rooted in truth. These moments, though small in isolation, accumulate and shape our mindset over time. Yet we rarely pause to notice the patterns or ask ourselves if these influences serve our growth. Awareness changes everything. The moment you become aware of the thoughts and inputs shaping your mind, you reclaim your power. You start to see the subtle ways negativity sneaks in and recognize the triggers that derail your focus. Instead of passively absorbing information, you begin to question it. Is this thought true? Does this belief align with my values? Is this influence helping me become the person I want to be? Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. It allows you to see clearly and take deliberate action. The beauty of awareness is that it gives you the ability to intercept harmful patterns before they take root. When you notice a negative thought creeping in, you can challenge it. When you see yourself falling into the trap of comparison, you can redirect your focus to gratitude. When you feel overwhelmed by outside opinions, you can center yourself in your own truth. But none of this is possible if you're not paying attention. Without awareness, you're a passive participant in your own life, letting circumstances and external forces dictate your path. Awareness isn't just about noticing the negative, it's also about amplifying the positive. It's about tuning in to the moments of joy, inspiration, and connection that often go unnoticed in the chaos of everyday life. When you're aware, you can choose to focus on what uplifts you and let go of what drags you down. This shift in focus creates a ripple effect, influencing your mood, your actions, and ultimately your results. The process of cultivating awareness is ongoing. It requires you to slow down, observe your thoughts, and question your reactions. It's not always comfortable, but it's incredibly powerful. The more aware you become, the more control you have over your mental state and the direction of your life. Awareness turns your mind from a battleground into a sanctuary, a place where only the thoughts and influences that empower you are allowed to stay. And that is where true transformation begins. Guarding your mind isn't a one-time action, it's a daily discipline. Just like any other area of life, mental fitness requires regular practice and intentional effort. You can't expect to build a strong, resilient mind if you only focus on it sporadically. The same way you wouldn't expect to build physical strength without daily exercise, you can't expect to maintain a focused, empowered mindset if you neglect it. Mental discipline is the foundation of a mind that thrives, and it's the key to transforming your thoughts from passive reactions to powerful responses. Every day you're presented with choices, whether it's how you respond to challenges, what you focus on, or how you shape your inner dialogue. These choices accumulate and define the quality of your mental state. A day without focus can lead to a mind cluttered with distractions, negativity, and fear. But a day with purpose, where you actively choose to guard your thoughts, can lead to a mind that is clear, confident, and empowered. Mental discipline means taking charge of your thoughts every day, not just when life is easy or when things are going well. It means deciding each morning to create space for positive, growth-oriented thoughts and rejecting the toxic ones before they take root. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate daily discipline is through consistent practices that fortify your mind. This could be something as simple as starting your day with gratitude, affirmations, or meditation. These small actions, repeated daily, create a mental framework that primes your mind for success. When you begin each day intentionally setting a positive tone from the start, it becomes easier to maintain that mindset throughout the day. Even in the face of setbacks or negative influences, the foundation you've built through daily discipline helps you stay grounded and focused. Mental discipline also involves setting boundaries with external influences. It's about recognizing that not everything and everyone deserves your attention or energy. In today's world, where distractions are endless and information overload is common, it's easy to get lost in the noise. But by practicing discipline, you learn to filter out what doesn't serve you, whether it's negative people, media that drags you down, or internal doubts that sabotage your progress. Every decision you make about what to allow into your mind is an act of discipline. By actively choosing what to consume and focusing on what strengthens your growth, you make the conscious decision to guard your mind. This daily discipline also requires self-awareness and the willingness to be honest with yourself. It's about recognizing when your thoughts aren't aligned with your goals and taking action to shift them. It means acknowledging that negative thoughts or limiting beliefs will show up, but instead of allowing them to define you, you replace them with empowering, action-oriented thoughts. Over time, these small daily victories create a mental habit that becomes second nature. Just like physical exercise builds muscle, the more you practice mental discipline, the stronger your mind becomes. And a strong mind can weather any storm, overcome any challenge, and keep you moving toward your purpose. The key to success in life lies not just in what happens to you, but in how you respond to what happens. Your response is shaped by the discipline you bring to your mind every day. Make this a priority, and you'll find that with each passing day, your ability to focus, stay positive, and think clearly will be your greatest asset. When you guard your mind daily, the benefits extend far beyond your personal mental well-being. The ripple effect of a well-guarded mind is profound and far-reaching. Just like a stone thrown into a still pond sends out waves that reach every corner of the water, the clarity, confidence, and energy you cultivate within your mind spreads outward, influencing every area of your life. A strong, focused mind doesn't just empower you, it uplifts everyone and everything you come into contact with. A well-guarded mind creates a sense of inner peace and clarity that directly impacts how you approach the world. When your mind is clear, you can think with greater purpose, make decisions with confidence, and approach challenges with a solution-focused mindset. You're no longer swayed by every passing emotion or distraction. Instead, you remain anchored in your own truth and grounded in your vision. This mental clarity enables you to respond rather than react. You take control of situations instead of letting situations control you. As this clarity deepens, so does your confidence. When your mind is fortified with positive, empowering beliefs, it's much easier to step into the world with assurance and self-belief. You stop second-guessing yourself and start trusting your decisions. This confidence isn't just a superficial, fleeting feeling. It's a deep-rooted sense of self that comes from consistently protecting and nurturing your mental space. The more you guard your mind from negativity and doubt, the more you strengthen your inner conviction. Your thoughts align with your actions, and your actions align with your goals. And with every step you take, your confidence grows. But the ripple effect doesn't stop at your own mind and heart. As your mental clarity and confidence grow, you naturally begin to influence the people around you. People are drawn to strength, positivity, and stability. When you guard your mind, you radiate an energy that others can't help but feel. Whether it's at work, in your personal relationships, or in your community, the energy you project has a powerful impact. You become a source of inspiration, support, and motivation for those who are struggling to find their own mental clarity. Furthermore, a guarded mind creates a positive feedback loop. When you protect your mental space and allow only positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and constructive influences to enter, you start to see the world differently. You begin to notice opportunities rather than obstacles, solutions rather than problems, and abundance rather than lack. This shift in perspective influences your actions and decisions. As you act with greater clarity and confidence, your results start to reflect the empowered mindset you've cultivated. Success becomes inevitable, not because the world suddenly became easier, but because you now approach it with a mindset that is aligned with your highest potential. A well-guarded mind doesn't just benefit you, it impacts your relationships, your work, your health, and your future. As you strengthen your mental resilience, you start to see the profound influence you have on those around you. You become a magnet for positivity, progress, and success. And in turn, you begin to create a life that reflects the inner peace, confidence, and purpose you've worked so hard to cultivate. The power of a protected mind is not just in how it changes you, it's in how it transforms everything and everyone it touches. Every day you delay in guarding your mind, you risk losing control over your potential, your peace, and your purpose. It's easy to think that mental discipline is a luxury, something you can get to when everything else in your life is in order. But the truth is, delaying the protection of your mind is not just a missed opportunity, it's a costly gamble. Your mind, the very thing that shapes how you see the world, your decisions and your responses, is being influenced all the time by what you watch, what you read, who you talk to, and even the thoughts you allow to take root. If you aren't actively protecting your mind, it's easy for outside forces to subtly hijack your thoughts and your life. The longer you wait to take control, the more power negativity, doubt, and distractions will hold over you. The longer you let toxic influences seep in, the harder it becomes to break free from them. Imagine for a moment how many small, unnoticed thoughts you've entertained over the past week. Maybe it's a criticism from a colleague, a news story that triggered fear, or even an old memory that you've allowed to resurface and distort your self-image. Each of these moments, though seemingly insignificant in the moment, compounds over time. These thoughts gradually weaken your resolve, cloud your vision, and pull you further away from your goals. They hijack your peace, distract you from your purpose, and limit your potential. Delaying the act of guarding your mind means allowing these influences to accumulate unchecked. It's like letting weeds grow in your garden without pulling them out. The longer you wait, the more entrenched the weeds become, and the harder it is to restore balance and clarity. But the truth is, you don't have to wait. Every day is an opportunity to begin taking control. Every day you can choose to protect your thoughts, to become more aware of the influences that shape your mind, and to consciously replace negativity with empowerment. You can decide right now to start fortifying your mental space. Time waits for no one. And the longer you delay in actively guarding your mind, the further you stray from the life you desire. Every day is a chance to get closer to your dreams or further away from them. The choice is yours. Each moment you spend avoiding the task of mental protection is a moment you could have spent strengthening your mindset, creating new possibilities, and stepping into your true potential. The urgency is real because your mind is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If your mind is unguarded, everything else in your life, your relationships, career, health, and happiness is at risk. But here's the good news, it's never too late to start. The moment you decide to take control, you begin to shift the momentum. You stop being a passive participant in your life and start becoming the conscious creator of it. Guarding your mind daily doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you make the decision each day to protect your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs from anything that would take away your peace and power. And in doing so, you reclaim control over your life. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to get back on track. But with each decision you make today to protect your mind, you build a stronger foundation for tomorrow.